because I believe in this overarching universal Christ that is truly what Paul says, in all things. That in all things, bringing all things and reconciling all things, that there is one golden thread through everything, and God is working in and through that. Now, for me, Christianity is my heritage. Christianity is my lineage. I'm a Westerner. I'm an American. So by nature, I'm going to be a Christian. Even more so, I was born into a Christian household, and I've been a Christian pastor, and my education is in Christian leadership. So for me, my rootedness, my groundedness, my tradition that I feel the most connected in is the Jesus tradition. So I'm a Christian, but I do have interfaith leaning to where I am not opposed to any other way of experiencing God through Taoism. Alan Watts has been pivotal in my life, revealing a lot of Hindu and Taoist ideas that have, I think, really dovetailed perfectly with Jesus and with the Christian narrative, and that it's been in Christian circles, just in the more pushed to the side ones, because people used to get literally killed for different ideas 400 years ago. There's a tweet I just saw. It said, if you're not believing, things that would have got you killed 400 years ago, are you even living? It's really funny. But the point being is, I have to reconcile that is the right path for me, and that I am not going to be swayed by anyone else's, prescription for me to do anything other than what I feel like the Spirit of God is doing in me, that's bringing me more wholeness, more fullness, more excitement, more curiosity, more connectedness and oneness with God. Which, newsflash, that was Jesus' whole premise. If you read John 17, he finishes the prayer with that we would be one with the Father, Mother, as he is one with the Father. We're using Father because 1st century BC, that's the language they use. Hinduism uses mother, and I appreciate that as well too, because God does not have a gender, newsflash. But the point being is, we have to be radically committed to the true self, in us. Because the reality is, many of us allow people to dictate our livelihood and our path. And then what happens is we live into a false self. We live into a false narrative that's been manipulated, coerced, and, crafted by things that aren't us, that aren't Christ, that aren't the divine. And the problem with that is we are never able to be fully alive into who we are and who we were created to be, and the fullness of life that I believe God wants each and every one of us to live into the fullness of. So